Hey, what's going on? It's your boy JoeThunder back once again with another episode of the Smoking JoeThunder podcast. Shout out to Be Good Dispensaries, our official sponsor. They're over there on 11 West Hampton. And on 120th, across the highway from Boondocks. Check them out for all the latest and greatest in your marijuana needs. Because I'm high as a motherfucker right now. Just got to let you know. But I know we've been gone. And back, and going and back, and going and back. We got a lot of shit cracking this week. And we're starting off the motherfucking OG in the game. Graffiti, bombing, boosting, boozing. What else?
All of it.
All that shit.
Everything in between.
We got Omy from the Night Owls.
Big TKO.
Big TKO in the building. What's going on, G? How you doing?
Shit, doing good. Just living life.
Living life. It's been a while. What, about a year? We were on here about a year ago, right?
Already.
With El Suavecito.
Gave the breakdown.
Gave the breakdown on a lot of fucking shit of what's went down in the city, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been a while. Time flies.
The Nuggets won the championship.
Shit,
I know you're
Lakers.
I know you're not a Nuggets fan. I know you're a Lakers fan.
Big Lakers.
But you are a Nuggets fan, right? I mean,
it was cool for the city.
Right.
It was cool. I mean,
so you won't accept it, the championship, because you're from
what?
here.
Yeah,
you're
but
from here, so
I'm not
I mean,
a Nugget fan. So I mean, it's cool for the city.
You're automatically a Nugget fan. Like, you're automatically a Nugget Bronco fan no matter what. You know what I mean? Especially if you're born and raised. I mean, you don't have to claim it, but I mean, it's just like that.
It was cool for the city, and it's respect, because then it would be like when I watched the Lakers win one for me for the first time. Not that it was their first one.
Did they win the one in the bubble? Or am I high? I think I've been watching some shit.
They did.
We lost. I remember they beat the Nuggets, right? They beat the Nuggets to go to the NBA championship,
yeah, and they won the
right?
bubble, but then there was no celebration. It was just like swept under the rug. But then, yeah, they came and fucking spanked the Lakers.
So were you upset that they got spanked by the Nuggets or what?
Fuck yeah, bro. That fucking hurt. That's a fucking beatdown. I lost money too.
Because we were talking legacy. And I think we kind of both agreed Michael Jordan, number one. You know what I mean?
Earlier, yeah, our conversation.
He's the GOAT. Michael Jordan. I mean, he did have help. He had Rodman, he had Pippen, but I mean,
well, yeah, it's a team.
He was such a competitor. You know what I mean? That
what he did in his time. Mm-hmm. I mean, it took my guy Kobe, 20 years to then get there, and then still not have 6 championships, or then have a perfect season for when you get your championship, 6 for 6.
I think one thing that solidifies Jordan too is like he took a couple years off, right, and then came back and won a couple more.
I think his dad died, and then he left, and then he went and tried to play baseball, and then
but
then he came back, and then he won 3,
right?
So he won 3, took a break, came back, won 3.
Have you ever heard the conspiracy where the NBA wanted to put him out? Like that was basically like almost a suspension, like with maybe his gambling or something. That's why he kind of did that. Because how do you stop and then come back and win 3 championships when you could have won 2? I mean, he was out for 2 years.
There was
right?
a lot on that. I did see a couple videos, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. But who knows? I mean, and then if it's talent, though, it's not like you just get them games. They're not just given to you. You still got to go and play. And maybe you got that much talent, right? Take a couple years off, come back, and then still show you're the GOAT.
I mean, that kind of is really some GOAT shit.
Or you could be a GOAT and play with one team for
real quick. Does that put him above Tom Brady to be able to take off 2 years and come back and win them? Or does Brady trump him by winning so many? This is some interesting shit right here. Ooh. It's tough, right?
I would probably say Brady for longevity, as in that player. He never really lost. And then he went to Tampa Bay and did it too. Went to a different team. Like, I don't need to just stay here.
Right.
That would probably be the ultimate player out of sports.
Ultimate GOAT?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of cheating scandals too.
Right.
But I don't
it's
know.
Funny
He's a great
cheating.
player, bro. He is. I mean, to throw on target all the time. I mean, you still got to throw the ball. You got receivers that still need to catch.
Right.
But I mean, he was putting them in the pocket for all them years.
For sure.
And then change teams, do it again.
Let's go back to basketball. So we said Michael Jordan, then we both agreed Kobe, number 2.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. For sure. And
why do we give Kobe number 2? I mean, he won with 2 different teams. You know?
Who, Kobe?
Yeah.
No, only with the Lakers.
No, I mean, but two different sets of teams. He went with Shaq, and then he went with fucking
Oh yeah,
Dwight and them. Like, imagine if him, like, for real, like, Shaq, I love you. But fuck, bro, if you would have, like, been on his, just half of his mentality, y'all could have won, like, 20 in a row.
There's also age difference, work ethic. I mean, there was a lot that played a factor. I mean, yeah, you could look back and now say it, but I mean, Kobe's work ethic that's what makes him also to a GOAT.
A GOAT.
I mean, you hear all the stories that come after the fact of after he passed away, and then all these little stories that people then didn't know of him.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people hated him, but then a lot of people respected his game. But then now you see his work ethic and the type of weird shit he did to get an edge on the competition.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Is Shaq is the most dominant player ever. If he had half the work ethic of Kobe, he would have probably have 10.
Yeah.
If he would have been like Kobe, they would have had 20. Or they would have been something ridiculous. You would have been not able to stop him. You cannot stop Shaq. And with Kobe getting better, bro.
Well, then who would Shaq chase down, though, as in to give him motivation if you then are like the biggest dominant? Maybe he needed somebody to push him.
Right.
But when you're the giant and you can dominate everybody, then it's easy and you don't have to put in the work ethic maybe, right?
I think he just wanted to do too much. He wanted to rap. He wanted the bitches. He wanted to party. He wanted to he wanted to have fun.
But he still did all that, though. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, he has a big personality. I mean, all the other ventures.
He's still a GOAT too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he's dominant for basketball, and then shit he does outside of it.
Mm-hmm. And then, as far as number 3, do you put LeBron at number 3, or do you have someone else maybe?
In a short answer, probably LeBron.
Probably
he's
LeBron,
up there. That's 21 years now, and his accolades speak for themselves. I mean, he's
more of a statistic guy. Like, he's put in the work, and like I said, if he would have won.
But we're gonna have conversations later then with like Steph Curry when he's then reaching 21 years and what he's done, and then how many points he'll score. So after all the
years, who knows how many championships he'll have if he gets it. I mean, he already has. How many does Steph already have? Like 3, 4? Like 3, right?
3 or 4.
I want to say 3.
He has a dynasty already, right?
Yeah.
So got, I want to say 5 total, 4 total. Shit. You're gonna have to check. Hey, you're gonna need an assistant over here.
We need an assistant. Y'all hear me out there? We need an assistant to be Googling.
Somebody come in with some fact checking here.
We need someone with a laptop, iPad.
Come back in and edit it with some facts here.
Next time we'll be on point.
But yeah, in the short answer, LeBron would be up there. And he's a Laker, so. But at first, I didn't dig him. I don't know. He came out calling himself the king before he had really proven himself. So that sat weird with me. Like, you got to put in some work, and you let
others call you king.
Yeah, exactly.
Never call yourself a king. Like, I mean, you let others be like, "No, that motherfucker's a king."
And then when he became a Laker, it was like, "Nah, fuck that." But then, being a Laker fan, I'm gonna support the team. You know what I mean? And then,
is he doing the same thing as Durant?
Nah, I don't like Durant. I don't like Kevin Durant. Right? Yeah, I don't like him, bro.
I don't have nothing bad against him.
I just don't like him. Like, that's why, I'm over here. I don't like him. I don't even.
I mean, when he went to the fucking Golden State, though, I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was Golden State.
Yeah, who wouldn't? I mean,
you ain't nothing outside of Golden State. Didn't do nothing in Brooklyn.
They didn't stop the Nugs.
Yeah, true.
What do you think of Booker? Are you a basketball fan or not?
Yeah, I like him.
Booker?
I like him. He's young and he's aggressive.
He's like that pretty boy that'll fucking hit you though.
Shit, he has dope little cars he be pulling up to in the game and shit. You know, hey, but then when you're young like that too, a lot of money, things are different. But he plays ball, he grinds it out, and then you have Kobe giving you some stuff to help mentally push you in the future and be better. You just got to now get a ring. You got to capitalize when you're in the playoffs and get to that championship.
Hey, who were some of your favorite basketball players like back in the day when you first started getting introduced to like the NBA? Who was your little start with?
Magic Johnson, obviously in the 80s. Bird was exciting to watch. Obviously,
Bird was
three-pointer.
sick. He's like one of my favorite of all time. He's one of my goats.
Hakeem Olajuwon, he was tall. The Spurs had
Dave Robinson.
Dave Robinson, the general. Big tall guy. Karl Malone was dope to watch too. John Stockton. But it was always, about the Lakers, and we went and watched a few Nuggets games.
So we used to have the hookup back in the day, bro. we used to have like two homies that went to school with us that were ball boys, and they get like 3-4 tickets a piece. So there's a couple years we went like every game. You know what I mean? But that's what we're talking. Get Payton and them were rookies. Gary Payton, Derek Coleman, Chris Jackson. That was 89, 90.
Yeah, that's dope. Shit. I went to a couple games in McNichols.
Yep.
And that was like early 90s. So
I'm going to date myself, but.
Alec English.
Yeah. Michael Adams.
You'd walk in McNichols. They'd
TR
have the big
Dunn.
old individual posters of the players. And yeah, we'd go. And I think we saw Golden State, and I think we saw one Lakers game.
Oh, yeah. I see Magic play back in the day.
What's that?
I see Magic play back in the day at the McNichols.
Yeah,
shit
fucking
was
gliding.
Right.
That's why I like some of the documentaries that come out now and kind of show you back then. And as you're older, you can then now understand some things a little different.
Oh, yeah. So, shit, man, like, a lot of shit's changed from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Graffiti's changed. We didn't have the internet back then. Of course, basketball. Like, you know what I mean? Just everything, man. Like, do you ever think, like, if you could go back in time, would you live your normal life and make things, like, work? Or would you get kind of, like, get grimy with it? And, like, because, you know what I mean? Like, for example, like, before 9/11, bro. Probably get away with a lot of motherfucking shit. A lot of fucking dirt. Can you imagine, like, doing shit back in the day, like, when your parents were, like, growing up?
You going further back in time and doing the same shit?
Huh? Well, no, but I'm saying, like, taking advantage, doing that you already know, you know what I mean? Like,
So take what I know now and go back.
exactly.
Would I do it, right? That's the question. Would I do something like that? Take what I know now and go back?
Right.
I don't know. Fear of what would be different. So if you travel to the past
It'd be like
and come back?
It'd be like some Back of the Future shit. You could probably definitely change the future type shit. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. You'd come back to what you would think would be the same, but then something would have changed because you altered the past, right?
Already.
That's why now I think, that's what I could do with my son is then give him my wisdom and watch him grow, and that would me redoing my life through him, though.
How is it with the kids though nowadays, man? I do that. Are they receptive? Are they not hearing it? Are they too busy with the games? Like, what do you kind of?
I don't know. I haven't really gave too much thought. It seems like the world's moving a lot though, and everybody's just starting to work. Like it's all about money now because the world is so expensive. Yeah. I mean,
like kids definitely don't play no more.
Nope.
Like it's not like, hey, go play.
Internet technology. I mean, that's where like things that I could talk about are like just toy manufacturers. What kind of toys are you building now to get their attention? Because if not, you hear my nieces and nephews wanting tablets, and it's all electronics now. So it's not any toys.
And we went to the park every motherfucking day.
That's where it's
play basketball or play baseball. Play hide and seek. Motherfuckers be like, what's that?
Shit, roll by your friend's house. There's 4 or 5 bikes. You know where everybody's at. They're not at the park.
We'd even go run and knock on people's doors and ring doorbells and run.
Ditch right now. It's different shit, but like on simpler times, just world was a little simpler. Go play, park, lights come on, come home, dinner time, TV time, do your schoolwork, wash up, go to bed.
Is there any stuff you miss from like back in the day?
Lowrider shows. I don't know. Just certain times where I thought things were better. I enjoy a lot of shit now because it's a little different, but I don't get hung up too much on the past or what I missed or didn't.
Hey, talk about lowriders though, because Denver's always, I want to say, had like a weird kind of lowrider scene. Like it's been there. It's definitely here. Motherfuckers have lowriders for sure.
Yeah, it comes and goes.
But
with anything, because it was for me. I mean, being in the lowrider family, so like 90s was like just popping. I mean, it was cars everywhere, shows every weekend. And then toward...
Are you saying early 90s or late
early 90s? Like from,
are we talking about Pepsi? Are we talking about Pepsi? Are we talking about Berkeley, Ruby Hill, that shit? Or is that a little before?
Yeah, even Lakeside Mall. I mean, 90... So me, I'd really then 92, but all that early 90s all the way through to 2000. And then at some point it just like died down.
Right.
And then I don't know if that was because people weren't building cars, but the shows weren't as big. There wasn't so many nice cars.
Shit, we was cruising 38
And then
in my dad's truck.
you were going up and down 38?
Yeah.
So with the old Elitches.
Yep. I worked at Elitch's.
The old Elitches?
Yep.
See that? So that's before me.
I'm gonna say about Hustle Man real quick,
that's
bro.
before me, player.
You want to hear Hustle Man real quick? So I worked at Elitch's for like a year or two, and the thing with Elitch's is every month you would get like 6 free passes. I think 6 free passes get in Elitch's. So I get paid that day, and I spend my whole check buying every motherfucking buddy's passes. And now I got like 50 passes. And I'm fucking, after I get off of work, I'm in the parking lot because it's 15 to get in.
Okay.
And this is 15 to get in back in the day.
Fuck.
I'm selling to you for 10. So when you got a big ass family, you know.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't know if these go, man, I'll walk you right through. Just give me the bread. You know what I mean? So I was making money every month. Boy, it proves it like, oh, yeah, I don't use them. Well, I'll give you $20 for them. Buying them for $5. You know what I mean?
Hell
Double
yeah,
it
already
up.
on the hustle there.
You know what I mean?
$15 though back then to go in?
For everything.
Shit, now we're what, $70?
Oh, I'm sure it's like 100, bro.
Crazy.
Because it's a water park / alien retreat /
Just times I haven't even been there in a long time. Shit, my kids was little then. We used to go for the water park, but now I'm trying to skydive. Well, I actually did skydive.
Great.
We went for GQ's birthday. We went skydiving up at Orange Skies in Fort Morgan.
You know what's crazy? I just seen this the other day, and tell me if you've seen this, but there was some lady, and she was like one of the oldest ladies in the world.
Yeah, she set the world record for oldest lady to
skydive
jump.
Jump.
and then she passed away within like 10 days after that.
Oh, I thought she passed away after the motherfucking actual skydiving.
She made it to the ground and she celebrated. And then
okay.
Later,
She turned up. She turned up. Then,
she did something she wanted to, and she did it in the right time, right? Hey, that's what it's about, trying to capitalize on what you want. Like you said, to go back, I don't think I really missed anything. There's a few things I'd like to do different. I mean, I think that's anybody, but that's what makes us who we are today. The things that we have to go through, our hardships. So if you don't have them certain hardships, I'd be a little different sitting here today. That's why if you go back and change it, I don't know. There's regrets, but then you gotta fucking live and learn, and then.
Well, I'm talking about getting on like hustle game, like, you know what I mean, just in general, or like fucking, you know what I mean, breaking the law, you know what I mean, like.
Well, it was definitely easier back then. As you go further back in time, it was easier because now with technology, shit. Man, there's so many dash cameras on cars. There's so many fucking Ring doorbells. Everything. I mean, you're getting tracked. So I wouldn't even really know right now how to really go fucking
go do shit,
swipe anything nowadays. Honestly, I mean,
you guys just buy it off the streets and let the people do that. No.
Yeah, right. Yeah, find who's got the sales.
But for real, they had that chick. She was like some YouTuber, and they had some kind of riot someplace, and she was wilding out. And they broke in the Apple store and shit, and they took all the phones and all that shit. And like within 5 minutes, that shit was said, "We're tracking you. Police are on the way."
Yeah, fuck all that. That's actually, you know what? I'm glad I ain't gotta pull no shit no more. Nowadays, I think about that. Like if I was still living that life, I don't know. I just feels like it'd be too hard. But I've also been away from it for a long time. But if you're now a younger dude, then I guess you're adapting to what's happening now and kind of.
Oh, there's fools that be getting
more on hype. Yeah, no, I see people still. I'm like, how the fuck did you get that?
How you do that?
Yeah, hey.
Oh, the class costs 5 racks.
Hey, that's just like somebody escaping from prison, though.
Is it worth 5 racks?
How the fuck did you get out? What is?
The class. To learn.
No.
Are we different? We're totally different mindset nowadays. I'm like, maybe back in the day, like, oh shit.
Depends on the grinding or why you're grinding or why you're hustling. Survival, right? First of all, it's not like if you're fucking born rich, your daddy has millions and you actually have access to it. I mean, if you're out there trying to grind and steal, then that's just stupidity.
But there's people like that.
And that's on them then. I mean, whatever. But for me, it was more of a survival thing. You know, young, having kids, got to grind something, right? Fucking, that's what I knew.
What were some kind of the things that can you talk about maybe some of the things you did back in the day, like kind of like getting away with like boosting and shit like that? Any secrets that like no longer, you know what I mean, like the glizzy bag? What was that all about? Is that what it's called?
The lily bag? Yeah, we talked about that on the last one. Yeah, that was just where you would lay tinfoil inside one bag, and then you would put another bag inside of that. So you would seal it up, and it would look like a bag, but the tinfoil was between the two. And that used to keep the sensors from going off. Sometimes it worked.
Sometimes it didn't.
Yeah, there were a few times it didn't work, and then you're just bolting.
How'd you learn about that shit? Who came up with the idea, or who showed you that shit without
Preach.
saying?
Preach from AE. He was the one that showed me that one.
And we talked about Preach last time, and
Yeah.
everyone says, bro, like that fool would steal whatever he wanted
Yeah,
right in front of you.
he was good at it.
You know, R.I.P.
Get you some Cartier glasses out of Cherry Creek Mall. You know what I mean? It's like the security guards at the door. I don't know. I weighed out risk as well. You know what I mean? There were shit like that I wouldn't like to do. But then all of a sudden you turn around, selling $800 glasses. It's like, damn, you just put $800 in your pocket off those glasses that were 2 G's. Go get another pair. And all of a sudden now you have 4 or 5. But then the spots would get hot real quick. You know what I mean? So then you'd have to switch it up, and then that's when you'd switch up and go to a different state. Start hitting them. Now it just seems like everybody does it.
I've actually met a couple people that have come to Colorado to do that shit to fucking, I guess, not burglarize, but to fucking
Just boost from the stores and shit.
Yep.
They have to come from somewhere that's more busier. New York, San Francisco, California.
Exactly, where it's all burnt out.
Now it's all burnt out, and Colorado's slowly still growing behind them, but we're still behind. That's where then if you go to Utah, a little bit slower.
Right.
And then all of it's going to dry up, and then something's going to change.
It's crazy how burnt out it is in Cali though. Like everything's on lockdown. Like from paint, you go to FedEx, they don't have shit. They don't have no scissors. They don't have nothing. Nothing.
Well,
bro.
they also have a lot more people stealing shit though.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
More people, more thieves. Yeah, more product comes up missing every fucking day. Shit, I get people come in and boost from me, but me knowing what to look for and trying to how to lay out the store and stuff to keep that shit happen, it still happens.
What was your go-to back in the day? Was it clothes? Was it
Ooh. Dude, I don't know about answering that one.
Was it fucking whips?
Nah, you know what? Nah, let's fuck it. It's cool. It was DVDs and video games.
Okay.
So at the time, each DVD was about $10 on the street. So the small grind started out where you just run into Best Buy, Blockbuster, Circuit City. Each hand would hold 10 DVDs. It was $200 to me. Go in and grab them, and then it was like, well, if we're gonna burn the spot, might as well grab all we can. So that was then filling up the little fucking hand carts. Now you have 60 DVDs, so that's $600, And then if you're like, all right, it's the same size as video games, but now they're 50 cents on the dollar. Yeah. So instead of paying $40, I got them for $20.25. Now we're doubling. And then it was the smash and grab era. Now we're grabbing 500-600 video games
at a time.
Yeah,
God
40 seconds.
How many people, if you don't mind me asking? Just one people, 2 people?
Just me and another homie. That was it.
And he's just distracted and boom.
No, actually, it was that shit would be more toward when business was closed. Smash and grab, hit the doors, pull the door. Shit was easy. It was just then a matter of just trying to keep finding other spots. I mean,
and not burning. Well,
if you know me and you were in my circle, then that's what I did. It was always smash and grabs. But then it was at that point, smash and grabs was anything. Just give me a list of what the fuck you wanted.
Jeez, that's what
shit. Hey, bro, fucking 8-9 G's a night. Split it with my homie.
That's good cash.
10 G's a month. Bring home.
What do you think about the shit you see nowadays where these fools are going in all these places and just storming them?
I mean, we did runouts. I mean, we'd go in Tommy Hilfiger and, rack up, and then we'd go in Macy's and grab all the leather jackets and run out. But not like now. I mean, that's just, I don't know. That's pretty crazy. I mean, but now everybody wants to do it.
They shut the shit down.
The shit that fucks me up, though, is the dudes that are fucking just pulling up in rides, smashing the window and grabbing all the luggage and bags and then dipping out. Have you seen that shit? So there's a couple videos where dude pulls up in his car, his partner jumps out, smashes the window to a Range Rover, and they're grabbing the backpacks. But they're Louis, Gucci.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then they're dipping out, but they're fucking making 7, 8, 10 G's.
Yeah, I thought you meant actually breaking like the convenience, or I don't say convenience store, the department store windows and grabbing that shit like at night. But I know what you're saying. But
Yeah, no, the day run-ins where they're going in like 30 deep.
because they do that shit where where the Dodgers play, there's like a mountain right there, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for the Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sits on top.
And they would say don't leave shit in the fucking car because that's a notorious spot where they break all the windows and still fucking all your shit out there.
Yeah,
But why do people,
It's the grind. It's their hustle. See, I can respect that part, but then a part like if I get hit, then I'm like, fuck, I'm bitching. But a part of me just remembers why I did it. So those are how I justify on why they do it.
But that's your fault for fucking leaving that shit in there.
I've been hit.
Yeah.
I've taken my parts where they fucking got in my car, fucking stole my shit out, and it's like I remember when I did that shit.
Dog, they got me at the flea market one time. Took out my fucking
Busiest
radio.
spot. Busiest spot is where
I
they'll get you, bro.
I didn't think they ever get me there. Now I got the handicap. I keep an eye on that.
People are like, oh
motherfucker.
yeah, I live in a nice neighborhood. And that's where you're gonna mostly
Oh,
get
yeah.
hit.
Oh,
The hood though, shit, you ain't gonna fucking pull no shit in the hood. You're gonna get shot.
I'm gonna tell you, like the homie,
You're
like
gonna end up in the trunk.
I was about to tell you earlier. I got the shout out to the homie back in the day, but he worked at Kmart, and that motherfucker would hook up the video games all day, every day. He just throw them in the trash and go get them after work.
We had a couple hustles.
You know what I mean?
Me and Awful, fucking my homie, we worked at Walmart. Fucking, we had some chick that worked in the electronics department. She was giving us PS2s and Xboxes when they were hot. We had each one in our living room. We had the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, had all the new games, extra controllers and shit, bro. And she wasn't even getting nothing. We were killing that business. They couldn't even find out why we were doing it. I don't even remember exactly how we were getting them because then you couldn't take them out of the electronics department because there was only an entrance. So then you used to have to pay for them. So I think we were getting them through the warehouse, like before they would come in. There was always so many hustles. That's what it was. Fucking rack and return, selling, gift cards.
What was the thing back in the day? Like the Home Depot, the scissors or some shit that you could fucking. I'm sure we talked about this already too. It's like a scissors that you could return for like $60 fucking bucks or $80, something crazy.
I was doing
shit.
circuit breakers and then faucet sinks. It was whatever was the smallest and the most expensive. Just go shopping around, and then all of a sudden you had $80 circuit breakers. Fucking take a couple. Then you go back and get all the money, and then after a while, then it was like you'd have to start showing an ID. Then you could only like return 3 times, and then your ID was burnt.
Right.
So then you'd have to pay people to go return shit for you. So then it was like, well, fuck it, we're gonna just start trying to maximize it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then after a certain dollar amount, $600, they wouldn't return shit.
Oh man.
So then
they kind of wised up.
grind would change. You'd have to then find something else. So if it was Home Depot, then you'd go to Lowe's. If it wasn't Lowe's, you would do Sears. Shit, there was so much. And everybody was always doing something different. So, crazy shit. Fucking the dispensary hooked us up tonight. Fucking weed's pretty good.
Yeah, shit. I am baked. And like,
Oh, yeah. I'm fucking over here trying to keep my concentration. Like, fuck, where are we at?
I smoked earlier, but like, you know what I mean? I got back from, like I said, the flea and fucking did here for a couple hours. But yeah, check them out. Be Good Dispensary. They got the bomb, you know what I mean?
So what else is good then? So, birthday coming up?
Yeah, it is coming up, man. You're gonna be old. We're not
Hey,
old,
shit, but you're here though.
Yeah,
That's what's good, bro.
Crazy to believe I've seen a lot of shit.
Yeah. As you get older, right, you see shit change.
I've seen some interesting shit. I've been blessed to live a good life, man, and you know what I mean. Be a part of a lot of craziness, like you know what I mean. Not too many people, number one, get to live to be this age.
Right, yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
That's what I think about, like, now that I'm older, like, when's my time? What can I do between now and then? I don't know, I'd like to maybe get to 80. What about you? You have a certain number?
Man.
Do you think about that?
No, I don't.
At all? Like, even just, like...
I always say, like, hopefully I got 20 years.
Okay, so that'll put you 20 years from now.
Right, so that's
what do you want to
about-
do between now and then that you haven't done?
Fuck, I don't know,
Anything you want to do
man.
new? Something you want to see?
I don't know, man. I would like to maybe interview some people like I've looked up to.
Okay.
Some shit that kind of maybe, you know what I mean, like childhood shit, you know what I mean, like shit like that.
Capture some dreams.
Kind of, yeah.
Now that like you have a podcast, but like you have certain people that you'd like to meet.
Almost
Whether it's
like-
have them sign a baseball card or
It's almost funny to say, but almost like reminisce with some people.
Okay.
Because they would be on the same level. Like the cat, fuck, I wish I could remember his name that we were just talking about. We did the last live with.
Oh, yep.
He just turned 49.
Okay.
So we knew a lot of the same music, a lot of the same everything, you know what I mean? And it's just like to be able to talk like maybe like one of my favorite rap artists about that shit. Like I said, somebody from UTFO.
Okay. So then somebody that would also be a little older.
Like I'm gonna tag you on this. I've been trying to reach out to Mixmaster Ice.
Ooh.
Because I think he would be fucking awesome to do a little live or podcast with, because he's one of the dopest DJs of all time. In my opinion, he's one of the first to start cutting in music. I'm sure there were maybe somebody else, but when I think of him cutting the records, making that break fucking famous.
When did you hear him?
I was at Curtis Park Community Center going to summer camp. So that's before 6th grade.
Okay.
It's like in 87. Whenever their album came out, the first one, Roxanne.
Yeah. So did you buy that, or did somebody have it and you heard it?
Nah, so check it out. The RAs from Curtis Park were all the people from the projects in the hood. So they put us on. I seen the homie with the first pair of Jordans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they put us on to like UTFO and Houdini and fucking the Boogie Boys and shit. And we used to bump the music. You know, we're there every day during the summer.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I seen those fools in concert. Like at the event center, which is by the convention center. But Mixmaster Ice used to wear a ninja outfit, fool. And he used to fucking DJ, dog. And it was
Full
like
mask and everything.
everything.
Okay.
So he was like a ninja. And then you have Kango Kid, which is getting all the bitches and, all just drive them all crazy. Then the educated rapper at EMD. But, man, I seen him when I was like fucking 6th, 5th grade. And like, to me, they were like the ones that kind of like took it to like the next level. And especially like him with even DJing. Like he was cutting on that shit, all on that UTFO's first album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's dope. Shit. So,
And it's
hey,
like-
shout out to him then. Try to get him on the podcast.
I've been hollering at him, man. We've been, here and there, but we're going to make it happen. But, something maybe like that. Or even the cat from the Fat Boys that's still alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fucking trying to think of Kuraski. He'd be probably like a good one, man. Like,
Hey, man, chase him, bro. I hope you get that
so,
done.
just some shit like that, or even maybe like some athletes too, man. I've been trying to work on some athletes like Denver Cats.
Okay, yeah.
Like I would love to have a little podcast or do something live with Robert Pack. Is it Robert Pack? The
Denver Nuggets.
Nuggets, the little dude that was dunking on everyone
Hey,
back
bro,
in the
hey,
day,
I just
right?
remember he had some like big old arms and shit. Because when he would like dunk on you, he would flex.
Or
And,
even like a cat like Kenny Battle
big.
or Marcus Liberty, man. Like those young
hell
cats,
yeah.
LaFonso Ellis, like,
There you go.
you know what I mean? Or Ronnie Rogers, like, you know what I mean?
That's dope, bro. Yeah.
So
Hey,
some
especially
shit
with
like
your
that.
podcast.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
All
Some
that. How about
shit.
any comedians or anything? Sports.
Sports?
Just
yeah.
more sports guys.
Sports comedians would be cool, man. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. Like,
Anybody worth just coming and just giving some knowledge too, right?
We got a-
Talk about
yeah, we got a
all
couple-
history and shit.
we had a couple comedians, but just I don't know, shit.
Hey, shit. Look, I'm not anybody special, but I'm here.
Whatever's clever, But that would be some tight shit. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Hey, if you could interview someone, who would you interview, man? Is there anyone out there? That
Shit,
you
I'd
kinda-
like to talk to Kobe. I mean, I don't know how long. Like, it depends on how long you could talk to somebody.
Right.
I mean, I still find conversations with my dad important.
Right.
So grateful that I could still like interview him because he has, some years on me. So to talk to him and see what he would say if he was my age. So that's cool with me.
Hell yeah.
But as for like anybody really famous, I don't know. I think Kobe would probably be the only one on my book. I never really got starstruck over people or any of that. I've never really cared. Like that doesn't benefit me. I don't know. I'm
Right.
just that type of way. So
What about see somebody in concert, man? Who would you, dead or alive?
Sade? I'd have liked to seen her in concert.
Are you a concert person or no?
No, I didn't grow up with concerts. I never really
Not
got
at
to
all?
go. Like, shit, the
Not
best
even
one.
the older when you got older?
I went to a few. Best one though was the Wu-Tang over at what is it? The Fillmore, right there on Colfax.
Okay.
And
I took Kozu's first concert.
what was that?
Talib Kweli.
Okay, mine was the Wu-Tang though with Suave and
Okay.
all the home. Hey, bro,
Did
it
you
was
dress
lit.
up like Wu-Tang or no?
I had a bandana on the arm, bro, and I had some camouflage something on. I think I was going through Suave's closet though, because he had a little bit higher selective gear. Cause my dad in them times is just my gear was a little different, but yeah,
That's
Suave
funny.
always had like the
I heard-
bandana, so it was like yellow.
Who all went with y'all?
Oh shit,
Because I heard y'all were Wu-Tanged out like to the T. Like
bro,
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang was yelling TKO on stage.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not lying, bro. So there was Suave, there was the homie Poke, Super, Soak, Woo. Shit, there was a bunch of other cats. Because then it was...
So there's a grip of
There
y'all.
was a grip of people there, at least 15.
Okay.
About,
Posse up.
and we were deep, and we went, and it was live. It was cram packed, but they were right there. And then at one point, we were yelling TKO, and then Wu-Tang just started yelling TKO, and it was like a live moment. It was just like hype, and then we just stuck out that night. And then
Do you remember who was all there? Were like there were a majority of them there, or was like? Because sometimes I've seen them where there've been a couple, but I think I seen them at the Fillmore, and they were like pretty much all there.
you know what? I'd have to ask Swap for sure.
Was it the show where the last song was Capadonna, and that motherfucker like tore that shit down like craziest performance I've ever seen? He did fucking. He's just.
I'm trying to think. I was also fucked up.
Right.
It was 2002? Shit, I don't know, man. Okay. Honestly, I don't know if ODB was there though.
I think he had already passed.
Yeah, so I'm trying to like as on everybody that was on stage. That shit was just live and it was fucking packed.
That shit usually is, bro.
No, it was. I mean, I think that shit was overcrowded anyway. It was fucking fire. Fucking.
You have a favorite Wu-Tang member?
I like Method Man. I've always liked him and his character and his lyrics. He was always fresh. Ghostface too, though. Ghostface is up there.
Ghostface rare.
I think I probably bump him the most, but then I think Method Man just because then he was more in the limelight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as for other concerts, it was just more like the concerts I got were from lowrider shows, going to the super shows and.
So you seeing Lighter Shade of Brown,
Lighter Shade of Brown,
Frost.
Kid Frost all the time. Then it was like fuck all the time. But then I don't know.
Proper Dose, shout out.
Yeah, so it just I didn't really do a lot of concerts, and then as like now I'd like to enjoy concerts, but then like people that I'd probably want to see, like say Sade, like I don't know, maybe Cher would be dope, you know, Prince would have been dope, Michael Jackson would have fucking been dope, or just somebody that can put on a good show. Like we went and saw a few. Who? Alicia Keys recently. She was actually pretty dope here at the Ball Arena.
Okay.
And I haven't made a lot. It's just now just trying to capitalize on shit that I feel like I
Trying
did
to
miss.
catch up, bro.
Yeah, but then it's different people like, so who would I see now?
I got some classics on you, bro.
Oh, I bet you do. You sound like you like music. I mean, look at this tape collection you got here hidden in this
I'm just saying,
lock.
I seen
safe.
Michael.
Oh, yeah?
I seen Sade.
Oh, and how was that?
It was good. It was cool. It was like a McNichols, I want to say. Or I think it was a McNichols, or it was at the Pepsi Center. No, it was a Pepsi Center.
Okay.
It was like within the last 10 years.
Yeah.
When she came like recently, or last time, I guess.
I think it was 06 she came last time, right? Mm-hmm. See, then it was, but then my life was different during them times when I should have probably been doing that shit, but when you're fucking thieving and shit, you know what I mean? You're catching cases and fucking, you know, repping hard on TKO and, you know.
I seen some NWA.
Oh, that's dope.
I seen some Nirvana.
Ooh, see, got a plethora of genres that you like.
Yeah, Grateful Dead. That's an experience.
Grateful Dead, where was that at?
In Vegas.
Okay.
Or in Phoenix. In both. That shit was a trip, bro. Like, yeah. Like, that shit's a whole different fucking culture, everything. You know what I mean? And, like, I don't know. We had bought a bunch of drugs, and, like, it seemed like all the drugs were, like, bunk. But, like, the night before I met my homie, I ran into my homie from Boulder, and he had sold me some mushrooms, some shit on the side, you know what I mean? So, our shit's all bunk and shit. And I'm like, I'm going to eat these mushrooms. And I swear to God, I eat these mushrooms, bro. I stand in line to grab a soda. And as soon as I'm doing that, I turn around, I'm tripping balls, bro. Like, in like less than 10 minutes, bro.
Kicked in. Super
Million
active.
motherfuckers at this concert. million motherfuckers at this concert, bro. And they have like a little intermission. And right when they come back, they do this shit called Space. And it's just like an instrumental jam, like drum solo, crazy, tripped out, fucking light show and everything. I was tripping balls. And I lost my homies in 2 seconds. Lost them in 2 seconds. And then, like, I was there for like an hour and a half just tripping, bro, just absorbing everything. And then, like, I found my homies and they were, like, right next to me.
Oh, shit.
But, like, they weren't there for, like, the hour and a half that I was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They were, but your mind couldn't focus and see them.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean?
I
I remember fucking walking out and this chick, like, had this food and it looked like worms. I was like, ooh, stay away from that.
Oh, yeah, no, fuck shit like that.
Man. What do you think about, man, like, we've all partied and all that shit, but nowadays is some crazy shit, man. What do you think of, like, the epidemic nowadays, man? Like, I don't feel safe doing anything.
Yeah, I'd be scared. Honestly, like, there's things that I want to do as, like, I miss, or just, you know, if you want to go out and party and do something. But then now with all the shit with, like, fentanyl and shit that's laced, even just smoking weed that if you don't know who it's from, if it has it. Weird story, so, yeah. I'm cool. I just smoke some weed. That's it.
I would.
But then, you know, I'd like shrooms. But now people are microdosing. But then haven't done it in so long. I'm like, oh, shit, a little nervous. But then it's like...
What are you doing after this?
When? Tonight?
Tonight. Because it was on...
We're going to go eat and have some margaritas.
It's kind of on the calendar. I'm just letting y'all know. It was kind of like festering, like, because I found a bag of them earlier. And I was like, well, I don't work tomorrow. I was like, so...
Shit, tomorrow Monday.
Yeah. You work tomorrow?
Yep.
Oh, so
shit. Sunday's my only free day in this busy world.
Got you.
Yeah,
man.
Maybe one day though, plan it out. But again, I mean, shit. Then it was different. Young and dumb, and just felt like you could just do whatever and do shit. And then it's like,
now fuck that shit.
But shit, if the homie wasn't there to take care of me a few nights, I don't know what would have happened.
Somebody like told me some story, bro, like about a couple weeks ago about they were at Dirty's. And like some food, like bought some Coke from some food, just offered everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people do that shit. But then like people like all get together and party. Yeah. But now to do that, I don't know. That's never really been like that though.
I was going to ask you too. Have you been to any of the lowrider shows lately, bro? Like they haven't really had it too many. It seems like in Denver, but they've been having them in the Springs and Pueblo. Have you been to any of those or not?
The Springs, the Super Show moved to the Springs. I haven't gone in the last few years. We went 2021. That was the last one I went to. I was going to try to go to the one in Vegas, but then financial reasons, so stay home. But I haven't really done local. It's still cool. I mean, like the gathering in La Raza Park. Right. That was cool. I mean, I haven't been going though, so I've been missing things. But it's a part of me now where I'm like, I want to be there, but I haven't had my car. So then it's like, well, let me get to my car once I have that. Then
you don't want to go there,
yeah. So
I know I missed the thing at La Raza Park too. Like it was not too long ago.
It's cool. It was just vibing. That's more what I want. I just want to go chill, and it doesn't have to be nothing big, nothing crazy. And sometimes the big shows, you got to walk a ton to see them, and then there's a lot of people and
just a little too much.
But I did it for so many years where I'm kind of burnt out, but I'm not burnt out. So I'd rather go sit in the park with the cars. And then go for a cruise. So.
I got a couple things for you. A couple stories real quick, man. First time I seen graffiti was kind of like at the lowrider show. But not necessarily at the lowrider show. Like the homies went to pick me up before we were going out. The homie DJ Hex. He's part of Cutting Crew DJ from Commerce City.
Okay.
And back then we did everything. Or we tried to do everything. That was DJing. They're doing graffiti, breakdancing, the whole nine. So they went up and hit pieces up the night before the lowrider show. And we went by before we went out to check it out, and so they could fix it too and fix a couple things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's the first time I seen someone do graffiti.
And it was at that Coliseum?
At the Coliseum right there on the side right there.
Where the old Pepsi warehouse was. That whole road, that stretch. Yeah.
But right at this shit right there, and like I was like, it's the first time I ever seen graffiti. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah,
that's crazy.
First time we were seeing graffiti, those were like the Pearl Mac bowling alley. It's like Emit and Tuke and the DF crew were putting it down. And that's where I was like, oh, I want to paint something like that. Since fucking early 90s.
Now before that, it was the gang graffiti, the Outlaws, and the 38 Special. I see that shit under the bridge under I-70, fool.
With the street tagging,
Yeah, like
the neighborhood tagging.
I think they had like their little like little throwies too, but they had their like their little gangster like fucking shit. You know what I mean? How they did it, bro. They had their little shit. You know what I mean? But that was the first graffiti.
That's dope.
But yeah, man, I'm fucking back in the day.
It's fun to reminisce, and then that's why it's like it makes it interesting on what you lived through, and then now to look forward and be better, do different shit. So
expand your mind.
Yes, sir. That's why if in the next 20 years, shit, learn something new, do those interviews you want to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I like to maybe just hit the road too, bro. Like I fucking.
Well, you get older, you should.
What I mean?
They say life tries to get simpler for you, where you don't want to really deal with all the other bullshit.
I need a sponsor. You know what I mean? Someone to sponsor me.
Send you on the road, get these interviews.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like I had a plan, and I mean it's still kind of a plan, but it's do some take over a city for a week.
There you go.
I mean? Go to LA for a week. Who we got?
Right, line it up. Shit.
Exactly.
Make it happen.
Couple writers, couple rappers, couple entrepreneurs, couple motherfuckers, then go.
Yeah, all of it, man.
We in Houston, this week.
Shit, hit the OGs that are offering game. That's what it's really about. You want to hear stories and then to leave something back to go listen to and prep you for the future.
Right.
Shit.
What do you think of podcasts? What do you think of podcasts, bro? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Is there any that you listen to? Like, you know what I mean?
I listen to them here and there. I don't really sit down and listen to them. Just depends kind of what catches my eye. Or then like when you see the video clips, I guess with the video clips, then it's just like, what do they talk about?
I think that's what gets me
aliens right or fucking conspiracy theories or this or that. They're cool.
What do you listen to? Do you have a certain thing you listen to? Because I guess my thing is like the whole rap sports shit again.
Some comedy, some life advice, more or less just try to replace my salary without having to go to work. So anything like something like just to feed my mind there. And again, it just depends what I'm feeling. Sometimes I just want advice or maybe a different look on maybe some shit that I'm personally going through. Mm-hmm. Haven't really sat down, really listened to them. I like the homies when they sit down, you know what I mean? Because then they're having a conversation that I can actually be there for, and then just kind of just get to know that a little bit. Kind of like how our shit went down. I had family members that are like, I didn't know that about you.
A lot of shit.
Yeah, we're never at the dinner table just talking about Omy, fucking sitting here questioning him, but it was cool because then, again, people just kind of got to know me and learn a little bit about me, so that was cool. And then that's going to be my little mark in history when I'm gone. It'll be here somewhere in the digital history.
Hopefully it'll be floating around if fucking Terminator don't take over, right? Do you think, I think that's some real shit, bro. I think that's where shit's kind of going. It's kind of weird with the whole AI and all that shit. Like, they're going to make some, I mean, I'm sure there's shit already out there.
Well, the shit that you see, I'm
sure there's Terminators already out there that they're testing or whatever that, like fucking, who knows what.
I mean, just the shit that you do see, so you can only fathom the shit that's not being shown. But yeah, AI is pretty crazy. I mean, you could generate a 2-color design. I want a 2-color lion. Cool, pay me to draw it. But now if you don't want to pay me, you could jump on the website, type in that, and then boom, the fucking computer, there it is. Same thing with writing lyrics. Fucking making them sound like Drake. And then fucking the way they just do shit, they can mimic your voice.
What's crazy about that is that's what makes me afraid to do it. It's putting my information in their, you know what I mean, like in their system. Like it's like logging on for that first time. Now they got you.
All our shit's out there somewhere. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know the jacking of that. Like the people that are stealing your information, the shit that what they look for. That's different.
I was telling my boss about this the other day, and she didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And I was like, explaining, like, nah, like there's this shit where you don't have to do anything. Like you literally, like, you know what I mean?
People don't know. I was
like, the homies fucking did a production and typed in fucking 10 words, and they gave them fucking 10 different things to paint. Like, You know what I mean? Said some words. I need a proposal for fucking my podcast. Wrote a whole fucking spiel. Like,
that's why you got to poke behind some doors and, you know, see what's happening in the world, I guess, as we get older. Because when you're younger, you don't give a fuck about much shit. You know what I mean?
is that me being the old man being afraid of technology right there? Like, do I really need to take advantage of that and like tomorrow, like literally get on AI and be like, hey, write me a proposal for a fucking podcast. This is what we need, and then fucking send that bitch out.
Why not? Other people are doing it. But then again, it comes down to what you want to do, what you feel is good for you. Like, some people are going to take that as it's a shortcut. Like, well, you didn't draw that, or you didn't really write that. Just do what you want.
I mean, I would think for certain things, I mean, it'd be cool. But like you said, I mean, I'm not going to fucking...
I don't know because I don't use it. So I haven't really ventured off in to see what AI could do for me or really what it does. I'm just more or less paying attention to what other people are saying. It does this, it does that.
Seems like it do whatever, bro. Like, for real. What's the next crazy
I'm trying to educate myself going forward and trying to learn new things. And I don't know. I just don't pay attention to some of that shit. I just let it go. But then I guess that's where I'm not prepared for that change.
Right.
So different too, because you know what I mean? Everybody's life's a little different. I've been busy, you know what I'm saying? I have kids. And
you ever think you would see, like, how do I say? Was there ever shit, like, back in the day you would, you know, like weed, for example. Do you ever think weed would be legal? Like, back in the day?
No. Definitely not. I don't think anybody would see that. Especially not how, like, the government was totally against it. But then if you left it up to the people, obviously you see that it's not always what the government wants.
Right. I can honestly say, bro, like, I don't ever think I ever thought weed would be legal. Like, not definitely where I could go to the fucking store and fucking, you know what I mean? Be all, oh, weed's legal, you know what I mean? But fuck, dog, it's crazy. Like, shit is fucking changed. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, definitely.
I'm high as fuck, and I'm trying to, like, remember, like, the question that I asked about, and I kind of have it, but I really don't have it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you get it within the time, then ask it. If not, we'll get it next time.
Right. But I was trying to figure out, like, shit, like, you never thought would happen. Like, what's another good example? Like, the internet, bro. Like, for real, I remember fucking...
There's a lot of things. That'd be a cell phone.
Oh, yeah, like having a cell phone in your pocket.
I mean, but then I wasn't...
You remember when this bitch was like a fucking $1,000 deposit type of shit?
Yeah, shit. Well, I remember you could fucking start out with pagers. I mean, there was a lot of things then as a young person you don't think of. But, like, if you stop and try to think now, like, if I know what the fuck's going to be the next big thing, then I sure definitely wouldn't fucking be working where I'm working. You know what I mean?
I remember buying the first phone. Or I didn't even buy it. My mom bought it for me. But my mom got me the first phone that had a camera on it, and you would snap that bitch on.
Was it from Sprint?
Yeah, I want to say so.
Our first phone would flip open, but your screen would stay there, and then you would take the camera and plug it in, and then you would take the picture, and then it would show up like this big.
Got it at Costco.
That's crazy. Yeah, technology's definitely changed.
And I don't know how the fuck I figured that shit out, but it was coming out, and Costco had it. And we did the free trial, and they got it for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like that's another thing, having fucking cell phones. You know what I mean?
Like the things that trip me out are like the machines that could cut and build things.
The 3D printers?
Yeah. Like that's pretty true. I'm trying to get into that, but I feel I'm already so far behind. I've just been busy in my own world. That's why now trying to look forward to the future. It's like I want to learn those things, and I try to want to be, you know, with the times.
Right.
But it's like, do I keep trying to catch up on what I'm already behind? Or do I just scrap it and say, fuck it, because it's already in the past, and then just jump to what everybody's doing now?
I think you just got to implement them both.
I'm just then trying to just feel like doing what I feel like I want to do.
We need to grasp the technology and then make it kind of work
Mix
for
it.
us. Like,
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you what, if I had fucking 5 19-year-olds, they'd fucking, we'd probably have like 20 sponsors, and we'd probably be fucking viral fucking every week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
you got to take them risks and see what you can get, right?
Right.
Run it.
For real. We're going to figure it out sooner or later, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not opposed. Shit. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Trying to grow. Shit.
Right? I hear you. It's all about growth.
Hell yeah, man.
Becoming wiser as you go in life. Keep doing better.
Hey, what do you think of this summer? This shit went by so quick, bro.
Shit, I didn't even get a summer.
We're already like four or 5 games in already on the football season?
I guess. I haven't watched no sports. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I know the Broncos getting their asses kicked.
I got those Bronco jackets for the low. I know they're losing, but I got some dope shit.
Hey, bro, fucking
Vintage.
Just working, grinding. I mean, shit, Fridays are just coming. And, I mean, summer passed. The only thing I did that was pretty interesting for me is I went skydiving. So
What made you do that?
was on my bucket list, and then the homie GQ was like, well, I want to do it for my birthday. So we finally then put it into play, but, you know, had to meet some weight limits. So I had to go through some health changes so I could jump. And then
Some weight limit shit?
yeah, you got to be like 220 to jump with somebody. So I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And then he was ready, I was ready. It was fucking pretty dope, man. I was excited. I'll do it again. So
What other bucket list shit you got?
I want to scuba dive.
Okay.
I'd like to see something exotic. I don't know. Like reefs, clear water.
Like, you ain't ever been to the Denver Zoo, the bird house?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I want to see something just real beautiful. Something I guess like
I feel
once in a lifetime type shit.
Some shit to make you say, whoa.
Let's get on a cruise, spend some time out in the ocean.
I don't know about the cruise shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. I don't know.
I'd rather just be on land.
But I want to do something different. I haven't been out in the water like that, like way out there. I mean, I've been on a speedboat and been out there.
Right.
But being on a smaller boat made me nervous. But you're on a big ass fucking cruise ship.
That's what I'm saying.
I just want to experience. If I don't like it, then fuck it. I won't do it again. But at least I did it.
Gotcha.
So, but I won't get in a hot air balloon. But I skydived. And other people will be like, well, I'll get in a hot air balloon, but I won't skydive. Well, fuck it. Do what you want to do.
I do.
Where we at on time? Where we at?
Shit, we almost about an hour, bro. About like a couple more minutes.
Shit, cool. Vibing. Fucking good weed. Got high.
Hell yeah.
Fucking lost my train of thought a few times.
Me too, man. Me too. Well, shit, you got any final words or any kind of final thoughts, man?
Shit. No, not really, bro.
Anything you're working on? Like, you just chilling? You just fucking...
Me, I'm trying not to procrastinate. I'm trying to really get in and whip out some art. I've just been busy in life, and then on my days off, I'm like, I'm going to do art to, like, you know, decompress and re-prepare myself for fucking the work week and shit. But then I get tired, and then I'm mad that I didn't do no art. And so I'm really trying to just do more art. That's what I feel like I need right now.
Do you slang your art, or like, do you do it for fun, or do you give it?
I have projects. I do a few things here and there, and then sometimes things take off, but then I procrastinate. I don't know.
It happens.
I just procrastinate. I really do within myself. But then when I'm done with something, I'm like, cool, and then, you know, you get paid, you're excited, and then it gives you that fuel. But I don't know. I think just my life is just kind of taking most of my energy, so I got to reshift that. That's what I feel like I need to do. And as for the last word, shit, just positivity.
Yep.
I don't know where we'll be, but I don't really have no last words, I guess.
Shit, well, there you have it. You know what I mean?
Those are the last words, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Big
So,
Omy.
until next time, Omy one
Big
TKO.
You know, your boy JoeThunder. Check us out this week. Like I said, we're going to have some stuff dropping for you. So we're on all platforms. Smoking with JoeThunder podcast. Shout out Be Good Dispensaries. We are out of here.
Peace.